Hi, everybody. Welcome back. It's been a couple of weeks here since I've been able to record. Sadly, my son is not here this week. It is spring break. My wife is a teacher, and he's with her visiting family. Unfortunately, the nature of my real day-to-day job not allowing me to go on such a thing right now. Too many things starting back up for us, and been a stressful time at work, but that has not been the reason for no recordings. It is just, I have been sick. Last weekend was supposed to be much, much more than it was, and ended up just me being basically just laying by myself just to be sure on things. Um, Sick for about 2.5 weeks. I don't get sick that long for very often, hardly ever, in fact. Um, According to testing, it was not what that sounds like it was. It felt like just just a severe cold. It might have been an infection, and I don't know. I've normally had a great immune system, but this time I could not. This is really starting yesterday and today. Today is a Wednesday. After the calling at Indianapolis and SCG Con, and this is really the first time I can talk this long without needing some assistance. Or just hacking up a lung. So I'm back. Of course, we have some flesh and blood to talk about and flesh and blood to open. And since Starvo is the talk of the town and the blogosphere, Twitter sphere, I did get to watch a lot of the calling. Fantastic job by Tan and Grace. Fantastic job all around. Fantastic job by Flake. Just all around great. Oh, Brian Gottlieb. Uh, and from what I could tell, SCG put on a great event. The only thing that might have been wrong is that they weren't able to stream Magic the Gathering at the same time. That would have been cool to have two streams playing collectible card games, but unfortunately, LSS themselves paid for that coverage. WotC did not. SEG, as some of you might know, basically got rid of all of their writing and their broadcast teams. Their most famous pairing of all time. So I saw some vitriol on Twitter from Magic players. Look, don't blame anybody but WotC. Go to them. And maybe you're getting good news next week because as of this recording, next week is supposedly the organized play announcement for Magic. And, as LSS is copied off of them, maybe Magic is going to copy off of their own thing and bring it back. I can only hope. I'd probably go to SCG cons to play both games if that happened. Probably more flesh and blood at this point, but if you can talk me into Magic Legacy or Magic Limited at any time. However, this is going to be a series of 2 videos, as usually is with cases, unless my son is here to just rip a whole dang thing, but he isn't, and I have some modicum of control over myself, and what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? We're gonna do some Tales of Aria First Edition. Yeah. Let's go back to another set for these next couple openings. I'm trying to remember the distribution here, and got the Polish guy tool. Rudy's got a tool. I'm gonna copy off of him. This is my tool. It's really just the Wallet Ninja, but how could you blame it for being awesome? Because it is. So, what are we looking for distribution here wise? I think we usually get 1 legendary or fable per case, maybe a pulse, and 3 of the common cold foils. I think that is the most common distribution you get. We're going to make it simple. We're going to do the top 2. There you are. Sweet little babies lined up there. Want to go on to the calling itself. Again, fantastic job. It was great to see all that high-level play. Really wish I really could have been a part of all that. I will be in New Jersey though, so let's hope nothing sucky happens again. Basically, I mean, it was just couldn't start feeling better. So let's get cracking here. All right, I'm trying to remember. Let's see, we have token, and then I think like a regular 15 card set, we pull 7 for maximum. Yeah, appears. I think so. Common. Yeah. All right. Organic Shockwave. That was the giveaway that SCG had. Polar Blast. Good stuff here. Frostfang, Embolden, and a foil Glacial Footsteps. Red, so that's actually playable. Might be dusting off my Olden list for Skirmish season. Hopefully I'm feeling good enough to actually go out and play Friday night. Catch up with my group. From what I understand, we had a guy day 2 out of our group. Very cool stuff. And overall, the tournament itself, I mean, it can't go much more than expected as that did. Snapshot, Evergreen, good cards, and Inspire Lightning. You know, you got the baddies battling it out in a 3-man weave, and you know what I think we did learn though is that it's not the end all be all. Yes, Starvo had the best conversion rates. You know, having 28% of the field and what was it, 42% of day 2, something like that. Not surprising. A lot of Guardians battling each other. A lot of Guardians battling for the mirror. Kind of just giving up on Prism and saying, "Hey, I hope I dodge that," which is probably the right plan. Prism is just such a bad matchup for our dude Starvo, but it can be done, as the finals prove, that you can beat it with proper allocation of pressure and some whiffs and just controlling auras. You know, but there's a lot of games where that's just not really possible. So, you know, Viserai was saying it around. I think what the tournament did prove, though, is very simply that there's like Chain and Briar, they really go wide, like pseudo Cheerios or close to Cheerios, and Chain's abundance of resources. It's just you got to manage the deck itself when you're playing Chain, obviously. But you know, I think they have a lot more game than people might think. But Starvo is clearly the man. They knew I'm sure they knew he was going to be great. You can't, you know, it seemed like it was going to be hard to build that deck and build that ability, but it just really wasn't with how big the card pool was. Snapshot, really nothing to speak of here. Have we hit a Majestic yet? We have not. We've hit a foil rare, and that is it so far. So we need to do a little better than this, don't we? So the results aren't surprising, and really, with the high play as high level it was, I won't mind it being that way for the Pro Tour. April 5th is a banning and restricted announcement, and I'm going to go a little off the opinions that I've seen and heard, and I've heard from prominent people, but there we go. Sorry about that. Ooh, foil lighted up. That's a nice... Still need to find one of these mats. This is the mat that I want from this set. I need a 2 Arsenal Ranger, and I don't have one yet. This beautiful mat was a very lucky win on DM Armada's giveaway. I think it was 7,000? 6,000 or 7,000, whatever the last one he had was. It's beautiful. I'm not even a big like anime fan or anything like this. I just think it's a really cool take on Fandel Spring Tunic, and yeah, I'm going to be playing this thing. Playing this thing whenever I can. Just a cool mat. I appreciate beauty and art in general. But getting back to what's going on, I think it's unfortunate that there is no new set until June now. Or is it July? Whatever it is. You're missing it by a month or two. But that is unfortunate, so we might be having that 3-man weave, and we'll see what happens. But I'm okay with this getting just played out as is, because there was a lot of people. Ooh, there's a pulse. You know, you forget like the beauty of the cards in this set. I mean, Pulse of Volsaven, you know, not a high dollar card, but just that art. That's another mat I wouldn't mind having. That's a problem. You start and get involved deep in the new games, and then I basically have 5 or 6 mats already that go on top of like the 25 Magic mats that I decided to keep. Um, oh, 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 oh! You don't say. Oh, someone can play Mirror Starvo now, baby. That's right. I had one of these. Now I have 2. Look at that beautiful card. Look at that thing. Look at that beautiful card. Well, all downhill from here. Wow. I forgot that the cold foil was in the common equipment slot. So I should have only been going down 6. I guess I've ruined it for the rest of the time here, but wow, that is that's doing well in Flesh and Blood Life right there. So what I want to get back to is, you know, I want to see Living Legend status play out. People are not going to be happy in general at all about seeing their cards banned over and over again. At some point, you enacted what people thought was a ingenious and interesting policy, and now we haven't seen it occur. I think you need to see it occur. And there was plenty of chase cards in Everfest. Everfest is pretty much, you know, I don't think you're going to sell much out of Everfest beyond this point. What I mean is like not compared to what it is for a release or release time. So yeah, it's going to feel a little bad to open the full art Starvo, but that doesn't mean you can't keep playing with them with your friends. You know, there's alternate things that they could have done. You know, you ban them for just the high-level events, callings and pro tours, and you let them get played beyond that. There are unique ways that they could change the policy if they had to, or if they felt like they had to, without banning cards. But still, my preferred way is let's see Living Legend status play out. This is a perfect time to let it happen. We made a card. And there's the argument of, well, it's not supposed to be about balancing and all that stuff. But Living Legend status is more about shaking up the metagame in general. And it just so happens that an ancillary part of that would be, you know, having it banned. So let it happen. Let them run roughshod. Yeah, I understand it's a 3-man weave, and it's affecting the metagame in a way that, you know, isn't necessarily healthy. But in my experience of playing the metagame itself, I thought it was fun. So even if it's slightly unhealthy, or not slightly, I mean, it is unhealthy. It is one deck. It is one deck, definitely sculpting the whole metagame around it. But it's not going to be forever. This is not a, you know, I've been through these situations in Magic and in competitive Magic. There's a lot worse than what's going on in Flesh and Blood right now. There's a lot of good metagames that are a 3-man weave. This one isn't necessarily so good that I'm going to put that in that category, but again, I had fun playing whenever I did get to play these events. So, I don't know. And quite frankly, I talked to enough people in my little group, in the people that I know on YouTube, and the stuff that I watch and listen to. There's not a lot of people saying, like, I'm not having fun, Or Oakenold. Speaking of things that leading to bannings, um, so I'd rather just let it see it play out. I'd rather just actually basically put a card into the Hall of Fame. And by the way, if you're going to start with one card that basically goes in the Flesh and Blood Hall of Fame, it might as well be Drippy old Bravo, the the gentleman of the night of Flesh and Blood, the gentleman of the carnival. Jeez, I mean, you guys just have bad freaking. You just got dirty minds, people. I wasn't talking about what you think I was talking about. Just can't believe you would think to go there after I would imply something like that. Fulminate, Oakenold. I mean, we're doing well in this case. Doing well in this case. I mean, the Rampart of the Ram's Head, just one of the best hits. Now we just need to hit a new horizon and pay for the case, and you know, we're gonna get there anyway at this point. But you know, nothing to complain about here. But if I'm trying to remember distribution here, it should be 1 or 2 more foil Majestics, 2 more regular Majestics. So we probably should have 3 hits left. I think this was a 6, 2, and 1 type of set. 6 Majestics, 1 or 2, 1 to 2 foil Majestics plus the cold foil. So there's like, yeah, something like that. 9 total hits in a box. All right, so moving along here, getting to the bottom of the first box. Again, foil lighted up and a Rampart. Heck yeah. It's a party. Pardon me, see, already, what, 15 minutes in. Starting to feel it. Again, I've been a person that's had a great immune system, so just being sick in general, miserable, just doesn't happen for me. But not being able to do all the things I wanted to do in the last few weeks, particularly with Flesh and Blood, that sucked. Yeah, we'll put our crack bottle aside here. Why not? All right. All right. Bone Shock Striker, Bolton Shot, Evergreen, Singeing Steel Blade, and Ragamuffin's Hat. One of the best cosplays you can actually have in a game, in my opinion. So easy. Just get a green hat, make it cool. So that's the big stuff going on. The calling seemed like it was great. What would I play this week? Well, Benji is very, very good. Fun to play. Fairly simple to figure out the combo. Very simple lines to get to. But it does have some foils out there. Like, I got thrashed in some testing against just regular old Dorinthia. Regular old throw in a couple of new cards, and voila, new Dorinthia that can block all your Benji stuff, and there you go. So I think that's a good thing. Having a tough combo deck is also interesting, but having an old deck that we know is a foil to it, that's also a good thing. So, but I do not think that's what I'll be playing on day 1. There's 3 choices that I have in my brain. One is I was fooling around, just as all the pro quests were starting, I was fooling around with just called it Valda Smash Good. And that's what it did. It just smashed really well, as Valda should. All right, let's see if we got anything left in this box. We got a blank there. Not a terrible pickup. Shiver. Did you 7? Oh, there we go. I'm never gonna remember that with this set. I've been opening way too much of the other sets. All right. Final pack. Lightning Press. Ooh, Blizzard. There we go. See, there was 2. Slow Tomorrow and Runaways. All right. So, 1 foil majestic, 3 regular, and a legendary. Which, we'll just... Oh, I don't even have the right sleeves. See, this is what happens when you get out of the game a little bit. I don't even have the right sleeves with me, but I'll put it at least in a sleeve before I get the perfect fit on there and get it in a case. Let's just look at that one more time. That's just great. Yeah, I'm just going to play Starvo Mirror. If I'm still not feeling well this weekend, I'm just going to goldfish Starvo Mirrors all weekend. You know? Why not? What else am I going to do? All right. Box 2. Should we move these yet? Nah, we'll just stack them. I'm going to really stack them. All right. So I got a list of Valda Smash Good. I will actually link those for my FaBDB account in the description here. Just in case if you're at all interested in seeing what I'm looking at. I've updated Levia, but that's not what I was thinking of playing. It was Valda, go back to Oldham, or oh, there's a Rites of Lightning. That's a beautiful looking. God, you forget how beautiful this set was when you look at Everfest. Look at that. Look at that gleam. That's some nice foiling in here too. Go back to Oldham. Throw in a couple of new cards there. But there's so I guess I'm talking about 4. So Benji's fun, but I don't know. I'm just not a ninja guy. I'm a big dude, so I like things that go wham. You know, like a 6'4" Bam Bam. Let's see here. Yeah, in real life, I'm really tall and large. So I'm not really good with precision strikes and agility or running fast after things. But you give me a large thing to swing, I can do that. I can do that. I can do that in real life for you. I don't see why I would. I'm just saying I could do that for you. All right. Anywho, explosive growth, Blizzard, expose the elements in Blizzard. Some good sideboard tech, and let's see. Blizzard, great sideboard tech against Chain and Briar. I wouldn't call it great. I guess it's fine. Expose the elements. I've had that played against me in the Starvo Mirror. They did end up taking my Crown of Seeds early. I did still end up winning, but it was a little annoying. To play against. So let's see here. Weaving the Lightning. Love this card. I really do. Fighting Gale. Ice Quake. Another foil rare. And I got the fancy looking hat. A fancy boy with a fancy hat. Really fancy man. Fancy person. It looks like he's up to something. And then the other one, I was playtesting with a buddy a little bit and built it. Glad I built it. And I was teaching them the game a little bit, and they smashed me with Kasai. And I was playing my Valda deck. So Kasai is also one that definitely intrigues me. Darn, not a Blue Frost thing. I need another Blue Frost. One of the reasons I got this case is, one, it's nice to go back to the last set and everything. But one of the reasons, last draft sets, which, by the way, that's another alternate idea for the Pro Tour. They could just go ahead and add a format to spice it up. There's nothing stopping them. It's their first Pro Tour. They can say, they can be honest. They can give the reason that, hey, we don't want to see the 3-man weave all weekend. I think it'll be fine if they don't. I really would like them to do what I said. Of course, it's my opinion. I'm going to want them to do what I said. Ultimately, personally, it doesn't affect me much at all. But it can affect players, and I see that. But if you have such a unique thing and people, the problem with psychologically, the problem with bannings is even when they're expected, they're unexpected. People don't like surprises because there's going to be a lot of people that will like those cards or card, which I guess it would be Awakening. I guess would be the card. It would prevent the pulverize and some of the other turns that happen um, with the Starvo, but or you could say they can't play the you can errata, but I don't think that's going to work. It would be an actual banning, and I guess Awakening would be that card. However, really though, unless you have Awakening right away, and you're able to, the variance is not having it right away. So yeah, the games are easier when you have it, and whoever has it first in the mirror, like that is one uninteresting thing about it. The mirror is pretty uninteresting without having mulligan ovals. You know, when you have that bad opener, I was playing the mirror and I had 2 crippling crushes in the opener, and yeah, I tried to set it up, but I tried to set one of them up while having a medium first turn, just trying to filter through and set up better things. My opponent just Starvoed into crippling crush on his first turn, so I didn't have the cards because I redlined, and they had it because they got luck. I guess they had a better opening hand, the variance part, and they did it 6 times in a row to start the match. I did it once, despite me filtering and using Crown properly, and it just didn't happen. And when I thought I was going to set it up, since they Starvoed 6 times in a row, I was facing down Oakenold twice, Crippling Crush twice. They had more of a traditional Guardian list with the big attacks too. I believe they did all 3 Oakenolds, 2 Crippling Crushes, and a Spinal Crush as their first 6 turns. I'm impressed that I got them to 10 in that one. So that part's not great. The mirror's not great. That is the one where it's just I just don't find it all that interesting. I think you can find detailed games where it can get interesting. That has not been my experience. But then again, I was able to play in one pro quest. You know, I do not have the play experience that a lot of these people have. Hopefully that changes in the future, and hopefully I'm not sick for 2.5 weeks during pro quest season. That would be nice. But having my normal life and all that, my perspective on everything is maybe a little bit different than all the pros and the people that are able to take the time every single weekend to play. So I understand it. I get it. I feel if you've been playing Starvo because that's your best style in EV, and you've had 50 uninteresting games in the last 3 weeks, then you'd be sick of it. But still, I have not really heard that much. So is that really happening all that much is my question. But I'm sure it's happening. I wouldn't mind what I again, I hate to say it, I guess I don't mind no matter what LSS does on April 5th. I get it. It's all reasonable options, I think. Still, the problems with bannings is the surprise. The living legend status is not a surprise. So people can start making their informed decisions, and if some of them are financial, they can make those decisions being informed at all times. If they've got to worry about them being balancing the format at every opportunity where it's not looking like it's what they hoped, and you have living legend status out there, basically they got to get to their business or get off the pot. I mean that's it's not harder than that. And I just think adhering to the policy is something that will actually build trust and not hurt the company. All right. Probably my throat's feeling a little iffy at this point. Lightning Press, Plume. Probably not going to be a ton of commentary here. I'm going to try to speed things up for everybody. We'll should we forego the sweat? No, we can't forego the sweat. If I'm gonna be a sweat guy where I'm gonna sweat every one of these packs, I gotta stay consistent, right? You know? Alright. Evergreen. Sigil of Suffering. Ooh, Foil Tome of Harvest. Nice. That's a good majestic foil hit. Again, Starvo card. Alright. Moving on as we move down the line and Weaving the Earth. Channel Thunder Steep. And Foil Winter's Grasp. Alright. We can live with that. We can live with that pack. Channel Thunder Steep. One of those mats I was talking about. Alright. Rites of Lightning, Lightning Press, Chilling Ice Fiend, and another Amulet. Alright. Well, we got a little jiggle on that pile there. Are we gonna lose it before we gonna lose this whole pile? Is this going? You see that jiggle? I don't know. I don't know. Might want to stay around just see everything get crushed right at the end. And I won't even edit it out. I will leave it. I promise. Flash. Rites of Lightning. Autumn's Touch. Oh god, that looks so nice. Ooh, Plume of Evergrowth. There's our cold foil. You know, these are cheap. These are way cheaper than they should be. Look at that. And this is what, $5, $7? Right. Again, it's beautiful. Plume, I think that's in a budget version of Briar for Blitz too, I think. Return target Earth and Earth. I think so. I think in budget Briar, that's an actually important piece. Alright. Snappy Shot. Terra Sunder. I forgot that was in the set. That was blue though, the blue Terra Sunder. Not the best Terra Sunder. But, you know, is a pumped Guardian attack ever that bad? There's our bauble for the box. Alright. We're getting Mulchy. Mulchy to start. Alright. Growth. Oh, I almost lost it there. Almost lost it. Explosive Growth. Turn Timber. Foil Blue Polar Blast. Oh, that is so beautiful. I just can't help the art. What do we got left? What do we got left? 4 packs. Alright. Alright, folks. The sweat, the sweat, the sweat, the sweat, the sweat. Oh, it's going to be close. I mean, it's worth sticking around now. Alright. Burgeoning. And we shouldn't expect anything else. The rest of this case is probably going to have 2 commons and a pulse. I can't remember what used to... Man, I can't remember the distribution. I can't remember what was the most common thing I heard about in a Rampart case. I'm pretty sure this was more all over the place than the stuff that we're seeing with Everfest. But, you know, who knows? I open a ton, but I don't open enough to know for sure. It's just fun to talk about. It's fun to gossip. You know, for degenerate pack crackers like me, it's the best. Oh, it's still jiggling. It's still jiggling, folks. We still got to add like 21 more cards to that or something. Oh. See, if I had kept the tokens with that stack, she'd be gone. She'd be gone. All right, here we go. All right. Weave the Lightning. Not the Lightning. Weave Lightning. Summerwood Shelter. And our foil majestic is Fulminate. Wow, wow. Well, it counts. It counts. See, that's why they give you two sometimes, because they know one of them is going to be Fulminate. All right, folks. Last pack. We're going to really sweat this one. Give this a maximum jiggle here. Look at that. Oh, oh. All right. Now, did I cheat there? Did I actually stabilize it? No, I did not. No. That was palm on. That was that part. Yeah, my gosh. Not palm on, but. All right, we got Thump. See, we'll even Flake out. Oh, I wish I would have seen. I'm gonna try to see Flake in the Pro Tour. All right, I think I have foils. Rites of Replenishment, Entwine Lightning, Chill to the Bone, Heaven's Claws, Winter's Grasp. That is the thing about Starvo. Like, it plays like 5 of those cards. Entwine Lightning. We got the rares. Cold Wave. Force of Nature. Generous Majestic box. It needed to be. It needed to be a generous Majestic box. So we got 7 Majestics here, 2 foil. Nothing's going to beat the Rampart Ram's Head. So we're halfway through the case. We got 13 regular Majestics, 3 foil, and our 2 cold foil, and 2 cracked baubles. The real highlight, of course, are the cracked baubles, because why wouldn't they be? Folks, I appreciate you tuning in, and anytime you give me, of course, and I will see you again as soon as I can. Probably about a week to finish it off. The boys should be back for that one, so he should be very excited. Hopefully we'll find a new T-Bone in this set. This is before this set was right before he got really excited about seeing Daddy open packs. So we'll see what happens, and take care for the Polish guy. And hey, I'm sorry I missed you guys the last couple of weeks. I've been missing doing these things. Take care and enjoy yourselves.